People are still struggling to shoot on NBA 2K23. Today, I might be able to change that for you. Guys, real quick for the algorithm, if you guys support me, please drop a like. It does help out a lot. Hit that subscribe button and let's get right into it. So today, I'm going to be on my 6'1" shot creator. As you guys know, I love this build. I just made a second version of this build, which I might post soon, but it's 6'1", 172 pounds. And as you see, it gets a 92 3-pointer. But lately, I've been playing this right here in the theater called Comp, settings meant for hardcore players. As you'll see when we get into the game, I think it's higher sliders. I was having a little bit of difficulty not shooting how I was in the park. So I changed something up, and that change is using volume shooter on Hall of Fame. After a player has taken a small handful of shots, an additional boost to shot attributes is given for every subsequent shot, whether it's a make or a miss. So your ratings are going to go up no matter what, as long as you're shooting. And then on top of that, of course, you have to use Green Machine as high as you possibly can. It gives you an additional shot boost when consecutively achieving excellent releases on jump shots. And you need Green Machine this year because you have to green your shot for it to go in. Very little whites go in on 2K23, so you need to boost your window and able to green more shots. Now, as you guys see, my 3-point rating is 63.5%, which if you watch my jump shot video is pretty much the exact same from them. But I've been playing all my games in here where it's higher sliders and I'm still shooting 63%. You see what I'm saying? It went down to 62 right on the dot. I made that change, and I don't know, volume shooter might not be as good as I think it is, but it's helped me out a lot. So guys, let's get into this video. Let me know in the comment section what is your favorite shooting badge on NBA 2K23, and let's get it. Alright, so as you see, when you load up in here, it says settings for a challenging experience, which makes me think that this is completely on Hall of Fame, because Mike Wang said before 2K23 came out that NBA 2K23 Park is not Hall of Fame, but it's close to it, which would mean it's somewhere in the middle of Superstar and Hall of Fame. I think that this is Hall of Fame, which I really like. And by the way, Theater 2v2 in this setting right here is not make it take it, which is very relieving and puts off a lot of stress on me, so I can just relax and just play 2K. You know, I don't have to worry about losing the ball and the game is over. So I'm not saying that I only like that, but you see him greening a great shot right there. It just is kind of a cool little switch up. You know what I'm saying? Plus, it's matchmaking. You don't got to worry about getting back-to-backs, all that type of stuff. I personally have been liking it a lot, and it also opens up room to play twos with my 6'1" shot creator. You see, I'm running to the corner, fading, greening that. If you were wondering why I have on Corner Specialist Hall of Fame, right there is the reason. I'm able to green so many of those fades. So I really like the fact that Next Gen has these 4 events in the theater that change every single week. To my knowledge so far, we have not had the same event twice. So what I think 2K is doing is they have an event, you know, they're 4 for each and every week, and I think that it's going to be 4 weeks worth of events. Then we'll know, hey, on the second week, that's when this event comes on. And the third week, we know that's when this event. So like, for example, if the 1v1 core is in the theater next week, we will know most likely at the end of every month on the last week, we will have the 1v1 court to play on in the theater. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that's what they're doing, but that is just my guess. We will have to see. Maybe they have 2 months worth of events. Maybe it just goes for 3. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I'm really liking the theater so far. So in my best badges to use video, I did not recommend volume shooter. And like I said, we have not seen, like I said in the badge video, we have not seen all the tests from 2K Labs to know whether or not all the badges are necessary. Like if you need Corner Specialist on Hall of Fame, because in previous years you could have it on silver and it was a very, very small difference between silver and Hall of Fame, that type of thing. But volume shooter, since I put it on, has helped me a lot. I don't know if you only need it on bronze, silver, because they have not tested it out yet, but I think that it really does work and helps out a lot. So I have a 92 3-pointer. When I make a shot, my attributes go up, then my volume shooter goes up. In 1 or 2 shots, I'm already at a 99 3-pointer, and every single shot matters. You might be like, oh, you already have a high 3. Well, I want everything I can to get that next green, which is also going to help me with my green machine. Now, of course, this isn't just something you can use on a 93-point build. If you have an 80 and you're shooting a lot, if you are the primary shooter on your team, I think you should think about throwing on volume shooter, bronze, silver, if you can, whatever it is to fit into your badge little layout. Try it out, man. Just try it out and let me know if you guys are seeing a difference in your shooting. Anyway, I'm still liking NBA 2K23 a lot. There's a few gameplay things I would change, like I said in my news video, but the gameplay and the fact that they have this as well, where I can bring out my shot creator to the 2s, is really cool. I don't have to worry about losing the ball and losing, like I told you guys. It's just really cool. It adds more versatility. You can make different types of builds if you want. Like, this build doesn't have any defense, as you guys seen, but we win every game. Like, we are literally 101 in the last 2 days in here, guys. We have won so many games. Me and Lockdown, and then me and Six God, the first legend in 2K21 next gen, if you guys remember him. He was also the mayor. Because this build is so good on offense, it makes up for the bad defense usually. Now, if we're playing very, very good people and they know how to abuse it, yeah, it's going to be a little bit different, right? But the defense that I'm able to play, I'm able to actually get a few stops a game on this build, like 1 to 2. Then if my Lockdown can get me like 1 to 2 stops, we're basically winning every game because it's very, very hard to stop this build. You see I'm fading in the corner, green, just like that. I don't care if it's not wide open and says open. I'm greening that all day. Usually I'll green 5%, 7% because I have such a huge boost to my shot. Now keep in mind, this build doesn't even have pull-up precision takeover yet because I don't have Mamba mentality and I'm 1 finishing badge away. So when I'm able to get pull-up precision instead of spot-up precision, it's going to change a lot of things. Now you see my second takeover is shot creating, but that is negative impact, which is like dead eye for your fadeaways. It's going to be nasty, bro. It's going to get even more nasty on this build. Now I made a second version of this build. Like I told you guys, if you want to see the second version of this build that has contact dunks, it's literally the exact same build pretty much with contact dunks, just drop a like on the video and comment down below, I need that build so I can show you guys, bro. It's actually insane. Now of course I'm gonna go ahead and warn you, you see me just catching that and fading. Yes, or oh, you thought I was gonna stop and do a bunch of no, I'm catching that and fading all day. But of course, the warning I will give you is that the build is very similar to this build in the same aspect that it has little to zero defense. So you're gonna have to play with a team when you play threes, you know, so they can hide you in the corner. Rec, pro-am, you can be hidden. Twos, if you're playing something like theater, you're gonna want a teammate that's gonna be able to be a lockdown, you know, get you some extra stops. But if you can do that, it adds some versatility, you know, to the builder and to the gameplay itself. You're gonna be an offensive monster. Guys, I feel insane out here in the theater on this build. Nobody can stop me. Look at this. Nobody can stop me. And they have to guard the 3. So if they are, which is very rare, able to guard my 3 out of the last, I don't know, 100 games that we've played in the last 2 or 3 days, I have a wide open 2 every time. It's not possible if I do the right dribble moves and use the right IQ to stop this build. Now just imagine it with Michael Jordan free throw line dunks. I'm telling you, bro, it's crazy. It's actually crazy. So this build, even though it sounds wild, does have more defense than the next build, right? Because it has like 65 strength that you guys see. I made him jump right there. I got the bad fade. So you're actually going to get a little bit more stops on this build than my new build. But I mean, they're all both so low on defense that it's really not in, you know, when I'm making the build, I'm not like, oh, I'm going to get a few less stops on my build that's already got only a 50 perimeter defense. You know, I'm going for the offense anyway. And I don't know, man, this new build is going to just blow your guys' mind when you see it. But you see, I'm fading. This isn't ego. This isn't any, you guys are seeing it, bro. This build can't be stopped. It literally on the 2s where you've only got one other guy that can pick up is crazy. I have so much speed. And by the way, as you guys seen, I think this build has a 92 acceleration, which is 96 with the gym rat. The new build has a 95, which means it's going to have a 99 acceleration. 99 acceleration. It's going to be so insanely fast. Nobody's going to be able to guard it. Literally, the only thing that can happen is a pure lockdown runs up on me and hits X or whatever, hits square and gets a lucky steal. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, by the way, with Hall of Fame ankle breaker, you see, I'm just fading. Now, a lot of people want to be like, oh, I already see it. Like, that doesn't take any skill, blah, blah, blah. How many people do you see doing that on 2K23? Fading that consistently. And by the way, this is higher sliders as well. So don't just think that everyone's going to make this build and be the best. You know what I'm saying? You got to like really get that fade down. You got to have on the right badges. You have to know what you're doing. You have to take the right angles, know when to run to that corner. Like you see right there, maybe I had it, but I'm fading. I don't care. 7% contested. Now that type of shot is not going to be green a lot no matter what. But I'm telling you, when I get pull-up precision, it's probably going to be green. That's a limitless fade right there all day. Now, of course, I'm just showing you the power of this build, right? I don't fade every single shot. But on 2K23, bro, if you're on a small guard, you're already very limited to what you can do. Like, you can make a 6'8", 6'9", and do everything. But this build, I don't know. there's just not a lot of reason to stop and shoot. You know what I'm saying? Of course, catch and shoots, you still got those. I'm greening that all day. Hey, your boy Badge Plug, you've been plugged in. Make sure to click one of these two videos, hit that subscribe button if you're new, drop a like if you haven't yet, and I'm out. Peace.